Okay, this is not true. This is not true. I'm projecting. Okay, not projecting, but I'm just like this is not true. Okay, this is not true. I guess I am projecting. Okay, this is not true. To me, I don't know why TikTok gives me Truth Social because of what's happening with all the politics around it. I know that's not true. I know that's not the case. I know that's not the case. I know that's not exactly the case, but it gives Truth. Like, no, it's not. Like, it's not. It's not. Like, it isn't. You can use it. It's fine. Like, it's fine. Like, but it gives Truth Social to me because, like, why do they? Like, just because it's Chinese, like, why? Like, leave it. Like, leave it alone. Like what? I have very complex feelings about it because I wrote a whole paper about it. I wrote a whole paper about it. It's just, I have very mixed feelings about the platform because I want people to have fun and I love connection and I love content creation. I don't like inciting addictive behaviors from people. I don't like algorithms that are very specifically trained to get vulnerable minds to like stay engaged and it take away from other aspects of their lives. I don't like all the politics either. I don't like the terms warping and manipulating things around to make things weird for creators. I don't like it. I don't like it. But I like fun. I don't like creativity. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel very, it's a very nuanced, complex topic for me. I haven't exactly sorted my feelings about it. Because part of me is feeling like, I don't know, stricter old man about it. And another part of me is like, youthful, have fun. Another part is just like, let people do what they want. But also, no, shut up. Because it's like, let people do what they want and let people make their own choices, right? Let people make their own choices, right? Because everyone has agency and you don't want to control people and everyone has freedoms, right? But at the same time, if there's companies that are spending millions of dollars and millions of dollars on like research to get like psychologists and market researchers and scientists to figure out how to like get you to like stay on it or like eat this fast food or whatever, like tactics to like manipulate people on average, right? It almost is like, is that fair? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is it? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like a blank thing. Like, they're actually actively trying to get you to like, you know, engage with it. And so, yeah, everyone has like their own agency and their own choices and all this stuff, right? But they're working so hard to get you to like eat that fast food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel weird about it. I still haven't decided. I can imagine being like in a position of like political power trying to make a choice on this kind of thing, because I feel like in this particular climate that we have, it's very like binary and there's not a lot of room for nuance, but it's such a nuanced thing. I don't even know how you would make a choice that would be in the best interest of everybody. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Oh, are we out of the courtroom? Oh shit. I thought we were still cross-examining. Oh. Okay then, hold on. I will do this for like an hour. And then I can move over to Soros. Sound good? All right. Okay. Whew. We made it back in one piece. Just to be perfectly honest, I thought we were finishing there for a while. And if you weren't here last time, basically what happened was, okay, so we think that he poisoned him, but he ended up being alive. Okay. So the idea is he accused him of poisoning him with like rat poison in the tea that he drank, right? But there was no evidence to show that the tea actually had any toxins in it. So we need to figure out if the tea had toxins in it. We weren't able to prove that before because there was no evidence of tea that we could test. But because of this dude who used these bars of soap to make coin-shaped objects to put in this gas meter in his apartment, it's assumed that this liquid is the tea and it needs to be tested. So that's where we're at right now. We need to test the tea to see if it has poison in it. Ooh. There are so many carriages on the street of London, and he were nearly flattened several times. It was a marvelous defense, Naruhodo-san. It really was. It wasn't all of you. Oh, thank you. And now that your fervent exploits have won us some more precious investigation time, let's see if we can't find some new clues for court tomorrow. Yeah, let's do that. Is everything all right? I suppose I still can't quite believe it. That's all. That I'm here in England working as a lawyer, I mean. In the Old Bailey, no less. The truth is, it shouldn't be me, should it? It should be him standing in my shoes. It should be Kazuma. It was Kazuma-sama's wish that you follow him to Great Britain and work alongside him. Yes. I mean, I never had the chance to ask him exactly why, but he clearly had a plan. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. And you're doing wonderfully, Naruhodo-san. I have no doubt that Kazuma-sama would say the exact same if he were here with us. Thank you, Susato-san. Thank you. Is there anything to talk about? Today's trial. It was quite a shock earlier today, wasn't it? When the victim himself turned up in court and took the stand. I know. Not only that, but we find out that he's actually a barefaced gas thief. That was certainly a surprise to us all. For a while, it seemed as though everyone had quite forgotten about Soseki-san's poisoning the tea. Careful of your phrasing, he didn't poison anything. And there's more to this Mr. Shamsphere than we know yet. I'm sure of it. Mr. Shamsphere certainly wasn't noble, the noble upstanding man that everyone thought he was at first. What's become of him, actually? I was told that he'd be returning to the hospital ward, where he'll be receiving treatment. Oh, which is that? The one where Miss Green is at? St. Bartholomew's, or Bart's, as Londoners call it. Interesting. We should probably visit the hospital. It's a good idea. So, we know that Soseki-san took the tea to the victim on the night in question, but he isn't a culprit. So, then obviously, the poison surely wasn't in the tea. But if that's the case, how did poison get into his body? I'm sure we'll find a clue at the scene. There must be something in Mr. Shamsphere's room that will help solve the mystery. Well, naturally, Scotland Yard detectives have been all over that place already. But it couldn't hurt for us to have another look around, I think. Definitely. And I'm desperate to know the outcome of the investigation into the tea left at the bar. Left in the soap bar. In the bar of soap. Do defense attorneys get to inspect the crime scene? Or do defense attorneys have, like, investigators on behalf of them that also investigate the scene? Does anyone know? Anyway, Kazuma's wishes. Kazuma Asogi, the best friend I ever had, and a lawyer with such promise. He really saved my bacon in that horrible incident just before we left Japan. I can still picture him now, looking so fierce and determined in court. And then after the trial, that crazy idea he came up with. As a stowaway? Yes, you can fit into my trunk, If you curl up small enough, I'm sure. No one will know. Kazuma, won't you tell me why? Why go to all these lengths just so I can accompany you to Great Britain? Well, it's been on my mind ever since we got through that trial that you really ought to go into law, be a defense lawyer. You've got a natural talent for it, believe me, I guarantee it. But I've never even thought about becoming a lawyer. Is he supposed to look like Edgeworth a little bit? Well, I can't force you, obviously. You have to decide for yourself. But anyway, London is the center of the cultural capital of the world. The city at the forefront of everything. It can't hurt for you to see it with your own eyes. No, that's true. I suppose, though, that if you were to become a lawyer, then one day... One day what? Oh no. Never mind. Naruhado-san? Oh, sorry, I was just thinking about Kazuma. Yes, he's forever in my thoughts too. To change the Japanese judicial system for the better. That was his dream. And that's why he so desperately wanted to come to Great Britain to study, of course. Yes, that's right, but... Yes? I do wonder if his true intentions lay elsewhere sometimes. I don't know. The thought just takes hold of me every now and then, that's all. What are Kazuma's true intentions? Naruhado-san, what do you mean by Kazuma-sama's true intentions? I mean this. His katana? I never expected to inherit the sword after Kazuma passed away, of course. No, I know. It's because I asked you to take it. When I have it at my side in court, I feel as though it gives me courage. Yes. Actually, the night before he died, he told me a little about the sword. Karuma? That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan. Asogi or Asogi? A Japanese sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that. So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two? Not that you would need not that you would need much compelling. On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. Something you have to do? Yes. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see I'll see it through. I see it through to you. Through to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. What did he mean by something very important that I have to do? I had hoped that the answer to that question would become apparent when we arrived here, but as of yet, I haven't found a single clue. I see. I guess we'll find out later. I guess we'll find out later. Hi, puppy. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, where should we go next? Just heard Evanes's voice in HSR. Oh, wait, just heard Evanes's voice. HSR EOS has never been more needed. It can't be that bad, can it? Oh, Bruno and Susie, hooray, you're back. Hello, Iris. You're in fine spirits as always, I see. I am, and you look as immaculately presented as ever, Susie. Oh, you flatter me. Well, you couldn't have come at a better time. I just made a pot of tea. I'll set some cups. Really? Thanks, Iris. But actually, what is that foul smell? Aha! The Wanderers return at last. Where on earth have you pair been? In court? Oh, for Mr. Mustache's case? That was today, was it? Let me listen.
The first supplicant wearing a mask has appeared. The Phantasm Moon Games will soon begin. Do not be afraid. Just think of me as part of the audience. Like a reader following comic.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright, yeah. Okay, Firefly, hold on. Okay.
Do you seriously mean you've never read it? The comic that has taken this world by storm? It is inspired by the adventures of the Astral Express.
Alright, that's enough. Alright, we're good, we're good, we're good. We are good. Hello, Trailblazer. Puppy, why don't you switch to JP more? Now I think about it. If you're a Japanese teacher, you do like know and you know so much about your English dubs. I'm surprised you don't like, I don't know, indulge more about JP dub. He just doesn't like JP dub? Okay. I guess there's a nuance there that you understand that others wouldn't. I'm sure I mentioned it only yesterday, Mr. Sholmes. I'm sure you think you did. Uh-huh. Well, we can laugh about it now. So tell me, how did the trial go? Reasonably well so far. We managed to escape without a guilty verdict at least. Really? I would have liked to see it. And I must pass the time of day with Mr. Reaper again. It's been too long. Is Lord Van Zeeks an acquaintance, Mr. Sholmes? Naturally. There's not a person in the world who doesn't know my name, Mr. Naruhodo. Not quite what I asked, but still. Mr. Sholmes, whatever is that odor? Yes, what is it? It's faint, but absolutely awful. Ah, indeed, that is the scent of victory, my dear fellows. Victory in science. Oh dear. Alright, I'll bite. What's he up to now? What's the smell? So, what is that indescribably foul smell? Well, most probably this, I would say. What is that? My dear fellow, it is of course my latest invention. A chemical test that can identify whether or not tea is genuine at the drop of some tea. Oh my. Are some unscrupulous sorts manning the stalls along some of London's less frequented streets. They regularly sell what purports to be high quality tea, but is in fact merely dyed leaves of drab flavor. Well, that's certainly unsavory behavior. So one presented with what appears to be black tea, one must be careful. Iris. At the ready, Hurley. Let us add a drop to my chemical to the top of cup of tea. Do you see what happens? It turned completely black. And what a foul odor it's giving off. Indeed, the blacker the tea becomes and the more foul the odor, the better the tea is. It would appear that this cup was a particularly fine Darjeeling? Darjeeling? That's ingenious. But what do you do with that black liquid now? Why, dispose of it naturally. Surely you wouldn't drink it like this, would you? There does seem to be a rather obvious problem with your new invention, Mr. Sholmes. It ruins the tea, hence why this chemical test is merely a test, my dear madam. Right. The point is, we are entering a new era of science. In the world of criminal investigation, also. Yes, forensic science. Oh, these are such exciting times. Forensic science. I could see a somewhat adjacent reality of me doing that, I think. Forensic science. I think the bodily fluids would be the part that would get me. I'd be like, I don't know. Is it piss or is it cum? Let me pull up my chemicals and let's find out. Ew! Ew! Oh God. Okay. I regularly engage in a scientific experimentation alongside my unofficial consulting detective work. The Sherlock-Holmes method will be the foundation upon which modern investigative techniques are based. I'm sorry, we have to watch it again. You brought up Gordon Ramsay, and it made me think about it again. It is so fucking good. We gotta watch it again. It's too good. Gordon Ramsay Minecraft. I have to watch it again. It's so good.
I'm in Minecraft to discover one of the world's best kept food secrets.
Come on, look at this. Oh my lord.
I'm here in search of the most incredible apple. And there's only one way to get them.
I've never made love to a tree.
I haven't climbed a tree for decades, and I mean decades. That is delicious. It's so juicy. An amazing discovery.
With enough apples from the jungle, I'm off to meet a guy who's been revolutionizing farming technology.
Now, this farmer produces the most amazing potatoes. In fact, he's actually known as the mad potato scientist.
After getting scammed for 15 emeralds,
Have you been drinking?
I managed to get my hands on a potato.
That is amazing.
This is the kind of discovery that sends me straight back to my kitchen, because I've just tasted the most amazing potatoes.
Next, I'm off to a place that's supposed to have the finest ingredient in the land.
Oh la la! You are kidding me.
Getting down there was an absolute fucking nightmare. And at the bottom, another surprise was waiting for me.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
At first, I thought I found treasure. But then, I made a horrifying discovery.
I actually quote this so often accidentally.
What the fuck is this?
What? I think about that all the time. What the fuck is this?
Oh dear. It's raw.
Having survived my partial poisoning, it's time to face today's real challenge.
This is it. Everything I've understood, got up to speed with this week. It all comes down to this.
For my main dish, I'm making a potato and apple soup. Capable of replenishing 8 hunger bars.
I'm also going to put a touch of honey in that as well.
Seems as though word got out about my incredible meal. But right now, I can't afford to get distracted. But with just moments to spare, things took a turn for the worse.
Hold on a minute.
Oh my God.
Oh, for God's sake, man. Let's get out of here before we get shot.
And if you like this video,
Let's get out of here before we get shot. Wait, why was that Juno when I needed fucking help and he ran away as Sue Storm? I'm actually never gonna forget that. That was so nasty. Let's get out of here before we get shot. Oh my God. This little T incident, wait, indicant, was a happy byproduct of my ongoing forensic science research. He did that to me first, or he did that to me recently too. I gotta put myself first, XOXO. Right. Forensic science? I suppose I should find out more about that. Lord Baron von Zieks, yes. It's an interesting sobriquet he has, isn't it? The Reaper of the Bailey. Once the legendary prosecutor has fought someone for conviction, that person is doomed. Even if he or she is found not guilty by the courts, sooner or later, the hapless soul will vanish from the capital. But vanish how, exactly? By falling under a passing carriage, or drowning in the Thames? Or succumbing to a fever, or quite out of the blue, being set upon by a highwayman. There are quite numerous routes to one's final terminus, my dear fellow. It all seems a little far-fetched, really. Well, on the bright side, Mr. Mustache is fighting fit, for the time being at least. That's not overly reassuring. If the rumors are true, though, the obvious conclusion would surely be that those acquitted are, well, by Lord Van Ziek's own hand. As it happened, Miss Osato, that is quite possible. Oh, why? Naturally, the man very quickly came under such suspicion. However, whenever those incidents occurred, the Reaper always had an iron-cast alibi. Really? And so his reign continued, but 5 years ago, he vanished from the courts, never to appear as a prosecutor again. That is, until you arrived in the country, Mr. Naruhado. Yes, so I've heard. In fact, it was the very day I arrived when I was thrust into the trial of the Old Bailey. That bitter fight to the death conceded with the Reaper's resurrection, and it really did end bitterly indeed. And here you are, facing Mr. Reaper again. Poor Bruno. I don't know if you're just incredibly unlucky or incredibly unlikable. I think it goes deeper than just me. I sense a general loathing of all Japanese people. Japanese people. With Mr. Natsume, who I'm currently defending, being Japanese as well as Miss Osato and myself, I feel it even more keenly in court today. For some reason, Lord Van Ziek seems to have an inherent disdain of the Japanese. Indeed. It is quite an interesting observation. Do you know something about it? Do you, Mr. Sholmes? It was about 10 years ago that Baron Van Ziek chose to enter the legal profession. However, before that time, the young man's closest companion hailed from the Empire of Japan. Hello? What happened? I believe I've made it clear before. I'm unable to tell you anything about the affair. Oh, but... the veil will be lifted on the events of the past in due course, I have no doubt. For now, however, it is Mr. Mustache who is most deserving of your attention, I believe. So, your T-test. Is that an example of forensic science? Indeed it is. An essential tool in cases that hinge on the knowledge of whether some tea is of higher or inferior quality. Not a huge number of cases, then. Perhaps a more practical example is required. Fingerprints? Not yet accepted in our society, in our course as evidence, I might add. Really, we are dragging our heels there. I hadn't even heard of them until recently, which is partially why I undertake research in this field, myself, of course. Does that mean you're studying fingerprints, Mr. Sholmes? There are others in that field already, and I abhor the company of inferior minds. No, what I'm researching is skin prints. Skin prints? A nomenclature of my own design, as is the chemical agent that makes it possible. It instantly reveals objects touched by whichever person is under investigation. Brilliant, Mr. Sholmes. As long as it doesn't turn everything completely odorous and black. I assure you, my dear fellows, you will witness my forensic talents in action very soon indeed. Well, I think we should go back to the scene and see if we can uncover any clues. That's the spirit, Runo. See you later. Yes, until later. No, Mr. Sholmes. We were thinking you would come with us. You were? Yes, of course. You just said a moment ago. You said we'd witness your forensic talents in action. Ah, yes, I do recall saying something along those lines. But you go on ahead. Shall be sure to follow you later, in all likelihood. Probably. Maybe. Well, I might add, your commitment astounds me. Oh, thank you, Mr. Sholmes. We'll eagerly await your arrival. Bye-bye, Bruno. Bye-bye, Susie. Ace, when we ask if he's gonna stream. I'll be sure to follow you later, in all likelihood. I'll be sure to stream later, in all likelihood. Probably. Maybe. Well, I might. What is supposed to be happening? It sounds like some sort of disturbance. Yes, I hear angry voices. Be not angry, O ample lady. Verily, thou art mistaken. Mistaken, my fool. My stake in my foot. You were looking at my painting. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. 'Twas foul indeed, the poison that mustache villain gaveth me. Forgive me, lady. I wish that you died from that poison. God of mercy, ample lady. But thou seest, I have vigor still. Behold, my sham spear dance. This looks rather ominous, doesn't it? Ah, lo, 'tis the lawyer from the land whence riseth the sun. How now? What are you doing here, Mr. Shanspeare? Mary, I do believe I am returned unto another ward. He was looking, that's what he was doing, looking at my terrible work. Eastern fellow, so dark ye clad. Faith, thy work in court this morning was wonderful. I do applaud thee. Oh, well, thank you. But that doesn't mean things will go so wonderfully for you tomorrow, does it? Anon. Exunt? Mr. Shanspeare might technically be the victim in this case, but there's definitely a lot more to it than that. It's very hard to pin the man down. I'm so sorry. I'm such an awful person. Miss Green, is everything all right? Oh yes. I mean, don't worry about me. They're about to discharge me, so I must get ready to leave now. Oh, I see. We're delighted that you'll soon be well enough to go home, Miss Green. Oh dear. You're too kind. I don't deserve it. So, are you feeling more like yourself today, Miss Green? I am. Thank you. I mean, people do recover from ordeals like this, don't they? Even people like me. Well, yes, it really was an ordeal, wasn't it? As far as I was concerned, I was just walking in the snow one evening, minding my own business, and then completely out of the blue, I was struck in the back by a knife and collapsed unconscious for days. Of course, when I finally woke up again yesterday, the whole business had been cleared up again already. What a terrible week it's been for you. Oh no, I'm very lucky, really. I'll look back on this fondly. Really? Anyway, I must be getting my things together now, so I'm ready to be discharged. Oh yes, of course. I'm sorry to take up your time when you're obviously busy. Don't go on. What? That painting must be significant somehow. The chin shape looks familiar. Anything else here? Not really. Is there anything here? When was the last time you built a snowman? In fact, when was the last time you played in the snow? I've never seen snow. I thought you visited north to go visit friends. You should do that in the winter, when the weather's terrible. What did you say to me? The what? What did you say to me? Hold on. The London's blanketed in fog again today, and the sky's covered in cloud. But if you look carefully in the distance, you can just make out the Crystal Tower being built. Ah, yes, the Crystal Tower. The centerpiece of the Great Expedition. The what? The Great Expedition that's supposed to open in 6 months' time. Everyone's talking about the Great Expedition of London at the moment, it seems. Well, it's to be the largest event of its kind anywhere in the world, with technology and science and scientists from all over. Do you think the visiting students from the Far East like us will be granted entry? The last grand exhibition was held in London and had more than 6 million visitors, it seems. And this time, the British are determined to make it even bigger, and an even bigger success, to outdo the Paris exposition. Where have we seen something like this? Okay, technically I went skiing once, but that wasn't fresh snow, nor was it all real. It was a slush. Oh, okay, never mind. We're not gonna go to any countries for any expeditions of any kind with any technology. Sorry. Do they even do those anymore? Introducing the AI expedition. Woo! Check out my prompts. What do we have here, sir? Oh, thank you for coming to my booth. So if you check my booth, you can just see these are my prompts. Really good prompts. You can just see the outputs of my prompts. You know, my methodology. I have a whole binder with my methodologies to achieve different tasks. So if you want to see some good prompts, and then there you go. Here it is, prompts. Who likes prompts? A World Expo last year. World Science Fairs. This place looks a little different from last time. Perhaps this dude has amnesia. Perhaps Shamsphere used to be someone else. One second. The first Ferris wheel being invented. Oh, that's neat. That's cool. What am I doing here? Hello? Another look around, actually. The lawyer representing the defendant has a right to examine the scene, as I'm sure you're aware. Yeah, I know the score. Oh, yes. One other thing. There's soap on the ledge outside the window. Did you find it? With tea in it? Yeah, we found it alright. And there was a small amount of tea in it, as you said. I knew it! It's with the identification section of the yard now. They're looking into it. The results should be available later today. That's wonderful news. Thank you. Pretty impressive performance in court this morning. Oh, you think so? Sorry? Nothing. Forget it. Just make sure you don't disturb anything in here. Okay, let's take a look here. He wasn't eating the soap, yeah. Where do you guys stay? That's a very large and obvious stain, isn't it? Mr. Shamsham received an awful lot of ice coins, I suppose. Don't come back until you've got something for me, he says. Okay. Oh dear. Poor you. Yeah, poor me. Because we've already searched every blatant nook and cranny of this place. I don't know what he expects, to be honest. Thank goodness for Warren Chips, is all I can say. Well, at least he's honest. What is he doing here? I mean, well, what a question indeed. Was it not your good self that asked me to attend the scene? Oi! What are you doing here, Shalms? What are you up to over there? What are you doing over here? Dear me, once a great detective, one is always under scrutiny, it seems. Now, is now the time, Mr. Shalms? Are you about to show us your forensic talents and action as you promised? With the greatest of pleasure, my dear madam. What's all this? All this is precisely what you requested, Mr. Naruhodo. Herlock Sholmes' sensational skin print seeker gun. Moments ago, I took a sample from the teacup that was used by the victim. A sample for Mr. Shamsir's cup? Each individual leaves microscopic secretions on everything he or she touches. A sample of those secretions is all I need to produce this, a refined indicator solution. By liberally spraying the room with this chemical, everything the victim touched is instantly revealed with the aid of these goggles. Here, try them on. There. Now spray the chemical indicator about, and all will be revealed. Spray? How do I do that exactly? A little press of A on the area you're interested is all that's required, like this. A suspension of the chemical indicator is pressurized gas. It's the most efficient way to cover a large area. That was another invention I discovered incidentally. Well, it's developing this idea. As you do, go ahead, try it out, my dear fellow. We may learn something interesting about the victim's movements on the night in question. Let's explore. Oh my god. The heck? Interesting. Is this thing behind the painting? Oh, what the heck is all that? Interesting. Why don't we check? Handprints all over the floor. Handprints over the floor and handprints behind the painting. Interesting. Uh-oh. Look here, Mr. Naruhodo. One of the floorboards has popped out. You mean a secret hiding place? Excellent work, Miss Osato. So what do we have in here? Oi! What are you lot doing? Inspector Gregson. Stand aside right this minute. It's my job to investigate there. No need, Inspector. You continue to dig in your portion of chips while we dig around the floor here. Your fancy talks put me off my food anyway, Sholmes. A new bit of evidence is exactly what I need. Wow, a secret hiding place under the floor. What a find. It's not the kind of hiding place you would make use of in Japan. I don't think I could lift a straw taught me that. No, I know, but I never expected one of those wooden floorboards to move either. It's got me wondering, what's on the wall over there too? Are you curious? Now, why would it move so often? There's only one possible explanation why somebody's hands would be on the wall like this. Back shots. Could it be to reach this? Hi, plumber. Inspector Gregson, really, it's been too long. What is it, Sholmes? I thought perhaps you might show me what you found there, seeing as we're such good friends. We're not friends. No, I suppose not. A dismal failure. Yes, I heard. Ugh, I'd kill to know what's under that floorboard. Alright then. Fair is fair. What? You did discover the hiding place after all. I suppose I should at least fill you in. Really, Inspector? Thank you. Do it quickly, my dear fellow. If there's one thing I know about this man, is that he blows the wind, as fickle as the weather. Oi, stop making me out to be some kind of nut. There were 3 items under the floor there. A newspaper clipping, a photographic print, and a tin box. Now, what do you want to know? I think the print... I think this guy has amnesia. And these two might be related. They have very similar eyes as well. I think this guy had amnesia, is a different person. Because look, do you see the similar eye patterns that they have? Maybe that's why her picture looks so similar to the way he looks. So this is the photographic print that I found. It looks reasonably recent to me. Well, well, well. It would appear to be it would have appeared to have been taken on the street in front of the house here. And the gentleman on the left is Mr. Geradeb, the landlord, of course. But who's the young man on the right? Mr. Geradeb's son. Perhaps. You can take the print if you'd like. Really? Are you sure? We can presume, therefore, that the yard already knows. The identity of the young fellow, that is. Is that true? Well, it's too bad if we do. Unfortunately for you lot, leaking information isn't one of my pastimes. My dear Inspector, if I may be so bold as to point something out. Pastimes are for one's leisure, but this one's for work. All the more reason why I'm not telling you. A dismal failure. Yes, I heard. Why is this Scott on Jetpack Cat? A dismal failure. That character's broken, by the way. By the way, actually, it's like, she's not bad. She's actually very good. And the reason why she's good is because she does too much damage and has too good of 1v1 potential, and it's the fact that she can eliminate a tank. It doesn't make any sense. In fact, she can eliminate all tanks by dragging them off the map and dipping them into the blast zone, because some of them can escape. Doomfist apparently can Meteor Strike out of it, and she can just prevent that from happening entirely by just lowering him into the death zone. So that's nice. So no, it wasn't that she was very bad. The problem is that she gets picks for free for some reason. Yeah, what I'm gonna start noticing is that I think Miss Damina is gonna be in for a rough time if I'm honest, until Cat gets nerfed, because I'm pretty sure all Demina players have been lifted off the map at this point because there's nothing that she can do. Can Lifeweaver just like zoop? Is that possible? Okay, well then that might be a counterplay. Or that might be necessary counterplay. Can he do it at any time? Or does he have to wait until she releases him? Anytime? Okay, so that might be Sombra and... Sombra... I mean, Sombra has to use hack for it, right? Can you still hack while being shot at, or no? Mizuki can chain you too. Okay, so that needs to be stopped. Like, and you can't be hacked while being shot at. Okay, you can't hack while being shot at. So I think Lifeweaver might be the play against Cat, because I'm gonna be honest, that cannot happen. I'm being serious. That literally, that cannot happen. Like, you seriously, you cannot just let your tank be lifted off like Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, that cannot happen. Like, that literally cannot happen. That's devastating. Isn't it? Right? Like, isn't that devastating? A tank? Oh, jeez. I don't know. Anyway. I wonder why a photograph like this was hidden under the floor. Mr. Shamshir himself isn't in it. Photographer prints are still buried treasures in the East End. I imagine Mr. Gerda was rather delighted to have been immortalized. He probably made a proud present of it. We could ask him about it. Yeah, it's definitely not prevented. Yeah, I'd agree. Looks like this is a cutout of the paper about 3 months ago. It's about a convict who got sick and died while he was serving a time in Manchester. How terrible. It made the headlines down here in London as well. A cat dragged me in the middle of her team and they didn't shoot me, so maybe knowledge just needs to spread. I mean, yeah, counterplay does need to happen. The blowcat had been sentenced to death, you see, but nature got him first. Oh my goodness, he committed a capital offense? A man by the name of Selden. A nasty piece of work into burglaries and murder. They say the hoard he'd knocked off was worth about £1,000. A hoard of treasure, you mean? Jewelry and the like. He'd hidden it somewhere and no one knows where, and now he's dead. The papers loved it, of course. £1,000 lost en route to hell. Or some such was the headline. Does it not strike you, though? Why such an article would be so carefully enclosed under the floor? I suppose now that you mention it, it does seem a bit odd. Perhaps I'll go over the paperwork we've got on Selden back at the yard and see if I can turn anything up. Yeah, it's the Grievous Wounds melee upgrade is very stupid. Now this tin box looks interesting, doesn't it? Might I suggest, Inspector, that you open it? If you were to find something inside that reveals the truth behind this case, I wouldn't be the least surprised. Yeah, funnily enough, I've already had a look. It's completely empty. What? Shamspear. Give us a clue, man. You didn't even have the chance to utter a word, Mr. Naruhodo. But anyway, at least we found out what's inside the box. Yeah, thin air. It's empty. Rather like how I feel inside. Is there anything more to this box then? I wonder. The cat. Oh my goodness. Did somebody say Jetpack Cat? It's Mr. Natsume's, isn't it? I don't think we've ever actually asked him. Why don't we call it Wagahai? Interesting. You know how how Mr. Natsume refers to himself in Japanese. Are the rooms connected? If the rooms are connected, that is another way for Mr. Natsume to get in here, so that'd be a cause against us. That's good. All right. What details do you have about the case? Yeah, Meow's not gonna fucking work, okay? I need you to be more detailed. I need you to tell me what you know about this murder right now. Yeah, you can't just sit there and be cute. Yeah, like this is core that we're doing. Subpoena him. Subpoena that cat immediately. Take him to court. I can sit and watch him forever. I think he may not appreciate that after a while. And we have an investigation to get back to. I have an idea. Let's go to Miss Green's house, or let's go to Miss Green's hospital room. Are we not gonna bring that up? I can't present this to her, nor can I bring it up. That seems like a fallacy. No, the fallacy is if you can see the photo right there and you have this in your court record, wouldn't you simply just connect the two? Right? Like, shouldn't they comment on it at least? I guess we can ask Daredeb, you know? But yes, that seems like an issue. Mr. Natsume's back. So he is. Mr. Natsume, hello. I am a cat. Sorry? I don't know who Mr. Natsume is, or Herlock Sholmes. I don't know about courts, or trials, or Old Baileys. I am a cat. That's what I am. Just a cat. Mr. Naruhito, I think he's trying to escape from reality. Trying to. He already has, completely. So, what is your name, then? As of yet, I have no name. He hasn't thought of a new identity yet. Maybe it's not too late to bring it back to reality. Do you think you could open up your eyes for us, Mr. Natsume? I am not a cat. It worked. He's back in the real world. What's going to become of me? No. Don't answer that. It's obvious. My accursed soul is never going to escape this accursed fate. Mr. Natsume, no. The morning proceedings in court prove that there's hope. Yes, yes. Locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, was brilliant. But... the Reaper is omnipresent in court, in my lodgings, here, there, everywhere. What's he looking straight at me for? I think perhaps there are some things we should discuss. Oh, yes. Yes, we must. Manchester's strangely prison announced the death of a convicted murderer and burglar, Selden, by natural causes in early hours of the morning. Fever? Shouts of his cellmate. Was this dude a criminal? Was he the cellmate? My precious pennies. Aw. Okay, I guess we should just talk. In my whole life, have I ever been so moved? So moved as I was today? No. Of course, if I cast my mind back, there were perhaps one or two other occasions that moved me more. But if I just block those out, then today, being in that courtroom was the most moving experience of my life. Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. You're too kind. Scotland Yard found a remaining tea, just to be deduced, and are analyzing it as we speak. There's nothing wrong with that tea. They won't find a drop of poison in it. That's a solemn sworn Soseki certainty. Tell me, did you both drink the tea at the same time last night? Oh yes, most definitely. I remember. Drank tea while it's hot. We both poured it down our throats like it was a hot bath in our bellies. And at the time, you were both completely fine? Shown by the fact that he and Mr. Shakespeare engaged in a Romeo and Juliet match. I suppose the focus of tomorrow's proceedings will be how the poison was taken by the victim then. That rotten Shakespeare. What have I ever done to him? You don't recall taking issue with you over anything you've done recently? I've been holed up in my room, immersed in books. I don't recall anything at all. Right. But what I don't understand is why he didn't let me know sooner. Let you know what, Mr. Natsume? About the soap, of course. What else? Oh dear. Are you struggling with a meager stipend? Of course I am. If I had money, I wouldn't have to choose to live an accursed existence in such accursed lodgings. Oh yeah, we need to find out what happened here previously, huh? Exactly. Especially that room I rent. The spirit of the capital offender who lived there still haunts me, and it's trying to kill me. Capital offender? Might I ask, Mr. Locum student, Mr. Marhado Esquire, the next time you visit Lee, that you bring scores of super soft soaps. What's this? It's a newspaper cutting that we found in Mr. Shanspeare's room. Ah, so he knew, did he? Sorry? About this man, Selden. A convicted killer, and the evil spirit that behind the curse that afflicted my lodgings. What? He's already taken one young man's life, and now he's trying to take the life of another. A miserable mustache, malaligned Japanese man. Mr. Natsume, if you know something, please, you must tell us. Tell us everything you can about this evil spirit. The truth is, I don't know the details myself until very recently. Didn't know. That Selden man was arrested about a year ago now, and at the time, he was hiding out in lodgings. At Garadev's house. What? He lived where you do now? That's right, yes. Exactly where I live now. In my very room. Well, we also have to think about why Miss, Olive Green was there in the first place when she doesn't even live there, right? So there had to have been something that connects her there, right? Your room was previously occupied by a criminal found guilty of a capital offense. But before his sentence could be carried out, he died in prison. That was 3 months ago now. And that is when it started. The curse. What's really this curse you keep mentioning, Mr. Natsume? Maybe the curse is because he had valuable things in his room. Maybe the whole plan is for Shanspeare to get into that room and find the missing jewels and loot that he left over in his room somewhere. Maybe that's what it is. Or maybe Shanspeare wants to find a way to get into that room, which could probably give some grounds to accuse Natsume of killing him, right? Or of poisoning him, right? So that he can get into that room and check for the leftover hoard of wealth that he left behind, right? But what I don't understand is who this man is in this photo. Perhaps he was his accomplice, or perhaps this was his cellmate? I don't know. It's already caused one death. A few months after the criminal passed away in prison, a man died in the room. A man who rented it after Selden, in fact. The poor lodger, he was found dead in mysterious circumstances. The room was locked from the inside. Perhaps the two rooms are connected, too. Locked from the inside, exactly like the case we're dealing with now. So that's the convict's curse, is it? Yes, well, that was the start of it. The convict's curse. Do you have any idea how the lodger before you passed away, Mr. Natsume? The official cause of death was asphyxia. Choked! When they discovered the body, the room was full of what did I say? Full of gas. Gas? I only found out after I'd signed the lease. When Mr. Garadev came to tell me later, I couldn't stop myself trembling. That's why he keeps on looking at the gas meter, too. Mr. Garadev. In fact, if I had known beforehand, I probably would have been too scared to take the room. Landlord's lease, luckily legal. Lucky for Mr. Garadev, maybe, but maybe not for for poor Mr. Natsume. And now you believe this curse is afflicting you? It is. At first, I just feel as though I was being watched all the time. And then you talked about having nightmares, didn't you? The dead are trying to take me with them. They come for me and try to suffocate me. Just when I'm struggling to breathe, I wake up. And then the room is as cold as ice. But why is your room so cold? Because the gas is off. London's winters are too cold to bear without any heating overnight. But for some reason, even though I light the stove before I climb into the bed at night, the pilot light always goes out and the room fills with gas. But that's terrible. That's exactly the same situation that led to the previous occupant's death. And then there's what happens to Mr. Shamspeare last night when he was mysteriously poisoned. There's clearly more to that incident that can be explained by a curse, though. Whatever can be the cause of the strange happenings in Mr. Garredeb's rooms. Hopefully we can go ask him now. There he is. Right bally business it is for me, you know. Getting out and about. Were you at the Old Bailey by any chance? Naturally, the fate of my lodgings, handings, and hanging in the balance, and all that, not a trial to miss. The fate of what's already been dubbed in your haunted lodgings, yes. Of course, the place has caused quite a stir around the capital on more than one occasion already. As the old haunted lodgings or some such. Well, at least he knows. It makes you wonder what the blazes is going on, don't you? Yes, it sure does. In fact, thinking back to Mr. Natsume's other trial just 2 days ago, you were at the Old Bailey then as well, weren't you? Testifying with your wife about what happened. Stopped off at the prison on the way home, in fact. Beastly business. I see. Did she slap you? So, what brings you to my haunted abode today? Who's this? Mr. Garredeb, could I ask you to look at this photograph? Is that your son with you? Wait, is that your son who's with you there? No, not at all. He was a lodger here once. Duncan Ross. Duncan Ross. A street photographer happened to be passing, so I asked him to take a shot, just for kicks, really. Was he by any chance the lodger before Mr. Natsume? Yeah, that's right. So the young gentleman who died in the room in mysterious circumstances. Just what Mr. Mustache was waiting for, one might say. Yes, young Duncan lived in the room on top of the first flight of stairs before that Japanese chap. Would you mind telling us more about him? Yes, Duncan Ross, young chap was attending art school. Had to work to pay for it, mind. Moved into the middle floor about a year ago after that criminal, Selden, was arrested. Young students are always on the hunt for rooms with a history behind them. A history of cheap rent, maybe, yes. This bitch is killing people to try to get access to that room. Who else agrees? Does anyone else agree with me? That's why this dude is a sham. This dude is trying to get access to these rooms that these people keep on going in because he wants the treasure in there. That's why. Yes, well, anyway, it was one morning about a month ago now. I hadn't quite worked out the old trick of watching gas lamps to see what my lodgers were up to at the time, so sadly, I was rather tardy to discover what had happened. The smell of gas already alerted me, it was. Ah, yes. Synonymous with the smell of death. Called the police straight away, of course. Ew, the smell of death. Called the police straight away, of course, and the officer kicked down the door off its hinges. But once we got inside, we all badly collapsed. Because of all the gas? Yes, the room was full of it. No air at all. Stobe must have gone out while the poor chap was sleeping in his bed. So Mr. Ross suffocated to death. Of course, the police gave me a sound ticking off because the gas lights were so old and all that. Can't tell you how much it set me back to have the lot replaced all over the house. But even after all that work was done, Mr. Natsumi says the same thing. That the stove goes out at night while he sleeps in bed. Well, that's the Bally curse, the convict's curse. I've done my duty as a landlord now. Someone feeling defensive. Some fishy fellow from the Far East and a failed actor chap of questionable character, eh? Yes, the house does seem to have become something of a magnet for rum fellows of late. Thanks to that Bally curse. The convict's curse, you mean? I heard the stories, have you? The rotten scoundrel was arrested here, then the chap next in the room goes and kneels over. Then there was the woman that dropped dead on the street, not to mention the actor yesterday. Am I next? I mean... Scoundrel's arrested, and then the next chap in the room goes and kneels over, and then the woman dropped dead outside the street, and then an actor yesterday. Well, can't help but get the collywobbles, can you? When you say that, or when you say that the woman who dropped dead outside was on the street, do you mean Miss Green? Because Miss Green, who was stabbed by the knife, and Mr. Shamspeare, who was poisoned last night, are both very much alive still. Yes, well, so is that blasted curse, it seems. Personally, I should be quite content with such lodgings. A bath, a toilet, a fireplace, a fascinating history. It sounds like a lap of luxury. I'm not so sure about that. Well, there's no bath or toilet included, and no fireplace either. But you do look out for your tenants, don't you? By watching the rise of the flames in your gas lamps there. Yes, never hurts to keep an eye on things. In case there are any mishaps or such like. I think you've had your mishap already, sir. That's not helpful. Heaven forgive me. The words just came to my lips. Okay, one more. Some fishy fella from the Far East. What? Oh. Some fishy fella from the Far East and a failed actor or questionable character, eh? There's no need for that, Mr. Gyarados. That's right, Mr. Natsume is in no way fishy. He is an undeniably peculiar, however. Is it right that he took the vacancy immediately after the previous tenant passed away? Yes, that's right. I asked the estate agent to find someone, and he popped up the very same day. Never came across a chap so keen for a place with a background, as it were. I don't think it was the room's background he was keen on so much as the cheap rent, actually. So, how long has Mr. Shamspeare been lodging under your roof? This is important. That failed actor chap? Let me see. Oh, of course. 3 months ago? I knew it! I've already found the whole case. I already know all of it. If the case is mine, let's just move on. Let's just move on. It's boring. Can we go to the next case? It's Bedge. It's Bedge. It's Bedge. We already know. How do you get poisoned? Who cares? He's a killer. Bedge. It's Bedge. He's quite new here too, then. And to what do you owe your certainty in that regard, Mr. Gyarados, might I ask? Well, it was at Selden, scoundrel, as it happens. Selden? The convict, you mean? Do Selden and Shamspeare have some kind of connection, then? Shamspeare's tenacity. That convict chap, Selden, passed away in the clink 3 months ago now, you see. Some Malady or other. Yes, we've seen the report from the newspaper at the time. Well, it was only 3 days after that tragedian shows his face, the actor fellow. Really? Yes, I remember it quite distinctly. 'Tis small, this world we inhabit. Pray thee, landlord, hear my request. I, humble Shakespeare, do desire to take thy room on the middle floor offered erewhile for rent. Terribly sorry and whatnot, but that won't be possible because that room already has somebody in it. I already have a lodger on the middle floor. Ground floor is vacant though. Nothing can be made out of nothing. Let me repeat mine will unto thee. Those chorals will be muffling your ears. The room on the middle floor is taken. It's ground floor or nothing. Very well. We have an accord. Glad to hear it. Welcome to Briar Road. Lo, a Shakespeare dance to celebrate. From what I heard in court today, it sounds like the chap was Stephen Gas. And he was 3 months in errors with rent, too. The fellow was a bally player, all right. Thank you for your candor, Mr. Garrideb. We are most grateful. By way of appreciation, allow me to say 1 or 2 words. Give me my robe, put on my crown. I have immortal longings in me. What happened to you? Shakespeare, my dear fellow, one of his most famous lines. I wish that I divulge in my own learning of the subject, for I have a turn for literature too, you know. Perhaps you could turn your attention to more apt lines then? That reminds me, actually. Yes, about young Duncan. The night before the poor chap perished, he'd been writing a letter of affection to a young lady. Oh, I know exactly who we're gonna talk about then. A love letter, you mean? Yes. Where did I put it now? Is it to Miss Olive Green? Left it on my desk. If you'll excuse me. Let me see now. What does it say? To my most beautiful and charming sweetheart. Do you think we should be reading such a personal piece of correspondence? My dear Miss Susato, that's precisely why I purpose my reading if you'll excuse me. I will not excuse you, Mr. Sholmes, no. Sadly, he didn't address it, though. So I have no means of delivering the thing. Rather sad, really. I see, that's gonna play in my mind. But really, the identity of Mr. Ross's sweetheart has no bearing on the case. I think it should leave well alone. I suppose you're right. Indeed. The intended recipient's address is missing. However, there is a name attributed to the man's most beautiful and charming sweetheart. Mr. Sholmes, please, I already had to chastise you about this once. My undying love to you, my colorful darling, Olive Green. The woman who plunged into a coma after a knife plunged into her back in this house 5 days ago. The victim of the last case Soseki-san was in court for, who regained consciousness only yesterday. Is this... Wait, is it just a chance that her name has come up now? Could it be a mere coincidence? We need to go talk to her. Isn't it a little boring how we just like predict the whole game? Like, come on. Please still be here. Is she here? Is she crying? Miss Green? What was that? She hit something behind her back. One moment. I'll be with you in a jiffy. Oh, hello everyone. What are you all doing here? And I get that... Was that key always there? Girl, that key has not always been there. That's new. I'm just getting my things together. Miss Green, what were you just doing? Oh, nothing, really. I was just about to take some medicine the doctor prescribed for me, that's all. I don't have anything else to tell you. Who's this? Miss Green, we were hoping to ask you about someone. Mr. Duncan Ross. You knew him, didn't you? Oh, what is that? Miss Green, are you alright? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you like that. No, it's alright. I just wasn't expecting it. But how did you know about Duncan? Mr. Ross had been writing a letter when he passed away. The landlord found it in his room. It was a very personal letter to you. It was at the art school. That's where I met Duncan, a year ago now. He was working to fund his studies. He dreamt of becoming a professional artist one day. And the two of you became romantically involved? Yes, that's right. We were very much in love. We were engaged to be married, actually. That's why he decided to move into a cheaper room to save money for the wedding. And that's what led him to Mr. Garridub's. Yes, he told me he'd found the worst but cheapest room in the entire East End. Then, 1 month ago, that's when it happened. We're so terribly sorry, Miss Green. Well, it's all in the past now, I suppose. Poor Miss Green. She looks desperately sad. I was starting to think that that was just her look. But now I see she has every reason to feel the universe is against her. Do you know this painting? Maybe he painted this piece of artwork then? You've been having very mean thoughts during this exchange. I'm very disappointed in you. Oh my god. Aww. Hospital discharge. It's wonderful news that you're going to be discharged, Miss Green. Oh yes, I mean thank you. Once people are better, the hospital staff don't want them lingering and wasting space. Not people like me, anyway. So, I don't think I should keep anyone waiting. I probably shouldn't stand around and chat. Oh. I do hope you won't think I'm being rude, but... Would you mind leaving me in peace now? I have to leave the hospital soon. Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't mean to hold you up. Of course, we'll be on our... What? Oop. She was about to Kate Marsh. Or wait a minute. What was it that was found? What was the type of poison that was found in Mr. Shanspeare? In his drink? It was a poison. What was that poison used for? Can anyone tell me what that poison did yesterday that we learned about? What specifically was the type of animal that it killed? And what animal is right back there on the ground, dead? And who was in this room? I don't know. 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 She was about to drink. She had a note in her hand, and a rat drank some of the drink and died. I don't know, y'all. What? Mr. Sholmes, I didn't realize you were here, but of course, my dear fellow. Watching intently from the shadows as always. Well, make your presence known next time. Mr. Sholmes, what is this about? Something occurred to me with some regularity, Mr. Sato. It's this. Why do detectives insist on such an ex post facto modus operandi? Why solve a case after it's happened instead of preventing a case before it happened? That's what sets a great detective apart. What do you mean? There's such a case waiting to happen before our very noses, Mr. Naruhado. So let us avert disaster. Let us prevent this case from ever happening. With nothing but careful observation. All the clues are set before you. You need only look. And you cannot fail to see. That mouse seems to be dead. Look, it didn't notice it before, did you? I think perhaps it drank the medicine that's spit out in the bottle. But that's the bottle that Miss Garrett was about to drink from when she arrived. From when we arrived. You don't think. I see you've come to appreciate the true nature of the scene. That of a tragedy about to take place. Yes, I think it's falling into place. Miss Green, the contents of the bottle you had before spilled out on the floor, and the poor mouse that drank it has sadly died. I think it's clear that the bottle must have contained a powerful poison. Don't worry. I will attend to the mouse presently. Miss Green, were you intending to go the same way as that rodent? To take your own life? Once we'd left, you would have put your lips again. Wouldn't you? And taken the poison. Miss Green, please, talk to us. Suicide? 10 seconds later, and we would have arrived at a very different scene here. In all probability, we would have not enjoyed the most delightful conversation. Of course, Perhaps it hasn't been quite so delightful from your perspective, Miss Green. Actually, in a way, now that everything's out in the open, I feel like a weight has been lifted. Tell me, how did you acquire that medicine? Well, with being in his hospital and all, when a doctor comes to examine me in the mornings, he always leaves the medicine cabinet open for a while, so I snuck this out while he wasn't looking. It conspicuously lacks a label. I wonder what it contains. I'm afraid I don't really know, but I thought if I drank it, it might just stop the pain somehow. Oh, please, Miss Green, don't talk of such things. Well, it seems clear now that it contains poison. Why would that be in a hospital? Yes, that poor little mouse is proof of that. Oh no. It's all my fault. What have I done? I shall remove this to my office, Miss Green. I take it you have no objection? No, none. Neither the sender's name or address appears to be written on the... Oh my god. Oh my god. No, 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 no. 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 Oh no. Did he write something? Did he write something pretending to be what's his name? The fiance? So intense, so like whatever, so like evocative that it made her want to kill herself? No. Oh my god. You suck and your art is terrible? You should just die. Oh no. Neither the sender's name or address appear to be written on the envelope or the card. It arrived at my home by post at my home the day before the incident that put me in the hospital here. I have information regarding the death of Duncan Ross. Come to the Slug and Salad on Briar Road at 5 p.m. on the 17th. Don't tell anybody else about this letter or the meeting. It's a matter of utmost importance. Wait a minute. The 17th of this month was the day that she got stabbed and he got in trouble. That's the day that you were stabbed. Uh-huh. At 5 p.m. is precisely the time when the incident occurred. The Slug and Salad, yes. A pub on the northern corner of Briar Road. Briar Road. The street being the street that Mr. Greta's house was on. Does this mean that... Yes, I'm sure you've guessed. That day, when I was struck in the back by the knife, I was actually on my way to the Slug and Salad. Goodness. So that's what you were doing on Briar Road that day. I'm sorry I didn't say anything before. I think I really will have to ask you to excuse me, you know? I've told you everything. Yes, I'm very sorry to have dragged up such painful memories for you. No, it's fine. I need that letter, though. Miss Green. Please, promise us you won't try to do anything like that again. Yes, don't worry. Your detective friend has the bottle now anyway. And besides, I've been stabbed in the back and had a close shave with a bottle of poison, and I'm still here. I think I'm destined to see things through to the end. It might sound a little conceited, but, well, that's all this has made me feel. Leaving Miss Green and St. Bartholomew's behind, we made our way back to the Baker Street with Mr. Sholmes. Well, it would appear that we've reached the end of the investigative trail for today. Yes, it's late. And Mr. Naruhito, did you discover anything that may be of use to you in the court tomorrow, do you think? Details about Mr. Shanspeare, Mr. Gerdub's lodgings, the convict Selden. There are many facets to this case, and we're yet to see to the heart of it, if you ask me. That's my feeling anyway. I can't help wondering about the results of the analysis. And to Mr. Natsume's tea, you mean? Yes. Will they have found strychnine in it or not? Well, I fear that either way, it will be hard to escape the grip of our friend, Mr. Reaper. Oh dear. Yes, Baron von Zieks. But I wish you every success, of course. And though I was late to rise this morning, tomorrow will be a new dawn. I intend to spring from my bed at the crisp hour and attend the trial. Mr. Sholmes, you're gonna come? Indeed. Whatever happens, I shall be there. Assuming my eyelids cooperate in the morning. Well, I think we've done all we can. All that's left is to remain focused and keep fighting for Mr. Natsume until the very end. London, the world's most prosperous city, home to some 6 million people, but away from that razzle-dazzle. Down back alleys and behind bricked up windows, the lonely lurk. Soseki-san had battled long and hard with loneliness during his many months here, and I felt so honor-bound to battle equally hard for my compatriot, to lift the curse that gripped him. As Mr. Sholmes said, tomorrow will be a new dawn for all of us. Nice. That's a good old day of Ace Attorney. Agreed? What a solid beginning, middle, end. Now we can move over to Star Rail. Sound good? And how long does we have Genshin? $50 minutes? Lovely. That gives us enough time to start AA. Look at me planning. Look at your streamer. What if we did Overwatch? We're doing Star Rail. Look at your streamer. Okay. That's perfect. That gives us time to do AA.